What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hack Shack. Another week went by and got some progress to show you real quick, and then we'll jump into the Diamond T. I said a long time ago, y'all probably tired of seeing the Diamond T, and here we are. Now we're getting it ready for Sema, something different. So anyways, the Dodge, this week I didn't get much time with it. I had some other stuff I had to take care of, but I got the bed and the cab lined up. They did the doors and the fenders and the hood, and they did a really nice job on that. The bed and the cab was not to my liking. They had some bolts mixed up. They had some bushings and shims and stuff that I didn't like and didn't want there. So I fixed all that and got the bed and the cab lined up, and I like it. Juanita came out here and cleaned for, probably 5 hours. Just cleaned everything with detail spray, top to bottom. Not the exterior of the body, but from the top of the engine bay to the bottom of the truck, all the way down to the back, everything. The rear end, all the suspension. She cleaned everything with some detail spray and some towels. I did put the radiator in and the fan shroud and got the fans in. Wires stubbed out the bottom, so they'll be hidden. So that's in. It fits like it's supposed to, like it did. I mean, there was really no question until the body bushings were acting weird. And then I had to fix all that. But anyways, that's in. It's not much, but it's a little progress on it. And now with the cab and bed lined up, I feel better about it, and I can start really throwing parts at it. I modified the door latches, which they're hung up. I painted them because they were kind of crusty looking, but they had like some little number 10 bolts. So I drilled these out and tapped them to 1/4 inch, and I had to order some new bolts. Because when it got here from the paint shop, this striker had fallen out, and it actually scratched it right here. So we're gonna have to touch that up, but not a huge deal. So the Art Morrison chassis and the 632 became one. If you saw my little short video, then you already know that. But if you didn't see it, here it is. Motor, transmission, converters in, headers are on. That was a little bit of a battle. I just want you to know. They didn't leave clearance for the 4L80 plug, so I heated it up and made a clearance. And then I had to add O2 bungs because we didn't do that either. Put the coilovers in the front, put the brakes on front and rear. They fit absolutely perfect. Usually don't have issues with Willwood. The fuel cell's in. That wasn't in because we talked about how heavy it was. It went in without an issue, fit really nice. It had square holes here, so I didn't have the right bolts. I don't know where they are, but so I put carriage bolts in them. I don't know if that's right or not, but it worked really nice. Fit good. What else on this? I think that's about it on this thing. Notice the patina truck ain't in here. We'll get to that in just a second. I'm trying not to talk your head off. I know you'd rather see me do stuff than talk about stuff, but I'm just showing you what's been going on. Got some new wheels here for the tow pig. I'm gonna put the TIS wheels over on the Suburban and sell those wheels. I don't really like them. So, more parts showed up. Exhaust for the patina truck. I got it back here on the lift. Been working on it a bunch underneath. Not a lot you can see, but just gearing up to get moving on it. Hopefully be wiring on it pretty quick. I know I keep saying that, but wiring's a big deal, so I like to get a lot of stuff done before I lay wires in and then have to reroute them. So that oh, I got my converter back and I put it in. I don't remember what day. That was Tuesday, I think. Here's a little video of that. Boop. Got my converter back from Circle D. She's a bolt together now. They found a warped clutch plate in it. They fixed that. Did not have to reinstall it. He said that was making it tighter than it should have been. And we converted it to bolt together. So we're gonna put her back in. I got a quart of fluid in it. Put new seals in the transmission in the transfer case. So I'm gonna put this back in, put the converter back in, and then pick this thing up and put it in there. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, here you go.
Do it.
It's supposed to be 3 clicks. I don't think I ever feel 3 clicks, but just pretty much gotta make sure it goes in all the way. This one's being. There's one. Should be one more. There it is. I think that's it. I think that's it. Just spin it around a few more times and make sure. All right, that's it. And then after we put the transmission back in, I got out here one evening and took a bunch of stuff out, and Juanita actually brush painted all the bed structure, and she painted the front of the roll cage and the front of the dash that I couldn't get when I sprayed it with that Raptor liner. So here's a video of that. Boop. Okay, this morning I had an idea that I needed, well, for a while now, I've known I needed to fix this. When we sprayed the inside of the Diamond T with that bed liner, I could not get the front of these bars or the very front of the dash. So I asked Juanita if she knew how we could paint that. So she's got this little sponge brush and she's using her camera on her phone as a mirror. Pure genius. You're a freaking genius, I swear.
And I'm a hot mess.
And you're a hot mess. Well, you're hot, that's for sure. Look at this. Then I went and picked up my control arms from Wicked Fab down in Alvin. one evening and took them to Zach, and he knocked them out. B4 Industries powder coating. If you're anywhere near me and you're looking for good quality powder coat, he's your guy. He's right here in Dayton. Now I have to assemble them, put bushings and ball joints in them, and assemble the coilovers. They came in too. So it's Friday after work, and I'm going to start on that. I'm going to assemble the control arms and assemble the coilovers and assemble the rear 4-link bars, put all the heims back in them, get the measurements right, get all that. I'm going to try to get all that together tonight, because tomorrow I got to go help my sister move into her new house. And if she wasn't blood, I wouldn't be helping. I promise you, I hate moving. Anyway, so I'm going to do that, and then tomorrow I'll be busy helping her, and then Sunday, hopefully we'll get all this stuff installed. I did order rear coilovers. I haven't seen them yet. I don't know when they'll be here, but they're coming. So they're supposed to fit where the shocks are. Zach did the door panels too. I went ahead and put them back on. They came out great. They look way better than green. All right, well, let's get going on this. I'm just going to put it on time lapse while I'm putting these together. If I see something interesting, I'll let you know. But really, it's just knocking bushings in and screwing heim joints in and screwing some ball joints on. It's no big deal. I just need some footage this week because I think we're going to be short on time. So here we go. What's up, y'all? It's Sunday morning. Got old Craig out here guarding the chassis or the floor. I don't know. He ain't doing much. Been pretty lazy lately, but I guess we're gonna get to putting this thing together. I'm gonna start on the rear suspension because I know it'll go together without too many issues. I haven't done this front yet. I haven't done one of these front kits yet, so I know the rear will go together. Go ahead and knock it out, get all the suspension in, go ahead and get the fuel tank back in, all that junk, get it done. That way, it's a bunch of parts off the floor, and I can set the truck back on the wheels if I need to in the back. Then we'll get going on the front. The rear, I'm just gonna time lapse because you know what it is. I mean, it comes apart and goes together. The front, I will probably do some more video, a little bit more in-depth video on it. That way, if anybody's curious how this stuff goes together, I'm gonna learn while showing y'all. So I guess let's get rocking on this thing before we run out of day. So these rear arms are the 4-link bars or control arm, whatever you want to call them. They're spohn brand, S-P-O-H-N. And they came with this tool to tighten the heims up, and he told me after a couple hundred miles to tighten them up one time and they'd be good for life pretty much, as long as I kept them lubricated. Well, of course I never tightened them up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Loosen this set screw, you line these up with those pins, line the pins up with the holes in the arm, and you just tighten it up. But I have to set this down, so all right, rear end's in, drive shaft is in. I got to put it on the 4-post at some point and set the pinion angle. That's why I've left these loose. That way I can adjust everything, make sure the pinion angle's right. I'm hoping the coilovers will come in this week, but probably just going to put it back on the ground on the coil springs for right now, just because I need this lift one evening. Fuel tank's in. I put fuel back in it. Spilled a little bit on top, made some spots, but it's not too bad. Nothing you can do. wanted to help me hold the tank up, as you saw. I only forgot to put the cushion on, well, the cushion for the fuel tank straps right here. It worked perfect. Last time I just had to peel it off to do the powder coating, but anyways, tank's back in, all hooked back up, fuel in it. Now, let's see, I put the battery in. That was the other day, I didn't video that, but we powder coated the hold down. Also, I got rid of that battery switch. I think I'm gonna try to make this door removable. That way when I'm racing, I can just put a deal on there that says off and on. Leave that there. That way I don't have to deal with this ugly back here. I gotta put all this back together, but right now I'm gonna go on to the front suspension. I'm gonna get it all stripped down. It's the removal is just knocking these out. 2 bolts, pop them off, the brake line clamp, and then we'll start putting the uppers in. And I guess I'm gonna try to make them the same. I don't know. I've never done adjustable uppers, but it also has a front end alignment adjustment. So that's the other reason I have to put it on a 4-post lift. And I have 2 dead trucks on 4-post lifts. So one of them's gonna have to get pushed, and I hate that, but it is what it is. So next weekend, we'll have this on the 4-post, doing an alignment and pinion angle and final checks on it. All right, let's get going on this front end. All right, old control arms off, new ones test fitting, and this ball joint does not go through this spindle. So I guess I'm gonna have to ream it. And to do that, I need to pull the CV joint, at least pull it back. So, yay. Okay, helper's in. Got plenty of clearance. I had to cut that just like on my other one. Probably cut a little bit more than I had to, but it's flush with the nut right there. So Loctite, red Loctite on it, tightened up all the way. It just doesn't have a cotter pin. I was gonna drill the other one and put one, but I never did, and it never came out. So it's pressed, you know, press fit in there, and then it's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. No holder here, so I just put a zip tie on the brake line. Has some spacers here. One of them wasn't the proper size, so I had to get a washer. I say spacers. They were just washers, but one of them wasn't right, so I had one that fit. Had to use that because this is just a little too narrow for what it's supposed to be. So he gave me some, or he gives you when you buy them, spacers. No big deal. I'm sure when he bought them, somebody screwed up and he just grabbed them and threw them in the package. It's what happens. Pulled the shock out to get ready for the coilover, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the other upper while it's fresh on my brain on how everything works, and then I'll do both lowers. I think that'll be the easiest thing to do. And got the best helper ever.
Yeah, right.
So anyways, all right, uppers are done. Now it's time for the lowers. Here we go. Well, that was not the way to do that. Tore the CV boot. I have a spare CV axle or two, so I guess I'll be changing that now. Pull the CV axle out on the other side when I change the lower control arm. Oh, I'll learn the hard way, I guess. It's the only way I can learn, I guess. All right, well, aside from me being dumb, the passenger side's done. Now I gotta move on to the driver's side. And by being dumb, I don't know if you may have missed that. I'm kind of hoping you did. I tore the CV boot on the stock axle. It was the only remaining, well, the only, it was the stock axle. The other side has already been replaced because it blew a boot right after I started driving it. I don't know if it had a hole in it or what, but either way, now it's got brand new axles, brand new coilovers, brand new control arm, blah, 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 everything. Everything's new over here. So the other side's about to be new. One more thing. The sway bar link. This is the dumbest thing. And I knew it was dumb when I put them in, but it was what I had. It was what I ordered. Well, it was what showed up. I'm trying to find it now in this mess. Well, this is the good one. I don't know where the bad piece is, but these are hard plastic, the bushings. I don't know why I even put them on. I should have thrown them in the trash when they showed up. But I put them on because it was what I had. Well, I don't know where the broke one went, but it's broke. So I got to get new sway bar links. No big deal. I probably ought to take it off like most people are going to tell me, but it is a driver. We pull stuff with it. We do stuff. So I don't want to risk not having a sway bar. So let's go sway bar. Anyway, on to the driver's side. All right, now I'm just roughly setting the front end up. These are out too far, the heims, so I got to run them basically all the way in. That way it doesn't have positive camber. And it worked. I've already did this side. The GoPro was dead, so I didn't do it, but I didn't film it. But anyways, so I'm gonna do that side. I'll do it on, I'm not even gonna video it. It's so tedious. I'll show you what I gotta do. What I have to do is unbolt these, pull them out, and then loosen these jam nuts, screw the heims all the way in, then put it back together. And then I also lowered the coilover just a little bit to get the ride height I want. It's real simple. I think you've probably seen enough time lapse on this video, so I'm just gonna do it, and then I'll walk around the truck when I'm done and show you what we did, and we'll end the video. All right, decided to do the outro, and the neighbor's using a chainsaw, so here we go. Front end's close. I'm gonna put it on this lift probably this weekend and get it dialed in. It's a hair higher than it was, which is okay, honestly, because the tires were rubbing pretty bad. I still have some adjustment down, but I kind of like the way it's sitting. It's gonna have plenty of clearance for the down travel when we're driving. She helped me big time, as always. And we still got to put all this stuff on. And I just put the coil springs back in the back for right now, just so I'll be able to sit it down. Hopefully the coilovers will be here this week. It looks like that tire is in just a hair, but it's also towed out just a little bit. I towed them in just a hair, just enough to move it around. I'll put it on the lift and actually set the toe properly and all that junk. Put it on the 4-post. But check out the travel. Wicked Fab told me he wasn't sure if it would have as much travel as it had with the torsion bars, but look at this thing. To there. Like right there. Look at all that travel. Measure that. I want to know. That is a lot of up travel. What we got? 6 1/4?
Yeah.
6 1/4. All right, coming down. Now you got to bounce on the front end to reset the coilover. For real?
You just want to see me.
No, I mean I do, but that you do. You have to, because it's kind of got the tire and everything in a bind. You got to get on it, bounce. A lot. Bounce. Bounce. Come on. Okay, that's good. You didn't have to do near that much.
I know.
No, you did. You had to bounce on a little bit, about 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2
2 1/8.
2 1/8. 4 inches of travel. That should be plenty. I think before it only had a little over 3, so we should be good on our traction. It might be too much travel, honestly, which we can limit with the shock adjustments. We can make it tighter where it won't come up so fast or so easily. So. And then if we have to, we can put limiting straps. But I'm glad we got some travel out. It's not quite a long travel kit because everything's in the way, the body and the exhaust and everything, and I didn't want to re-engineer the truck. But anyway, that's a Wicked Fab kit, and it was wicked good. It fit good. It worked good. A couple little things, but I'm doing stuff on this truck that he doesn't normally do. So, drop spindles he doesn't normally do, but made it work, and I'm real happy with the height, and also this was kind of a one-off coilover deal too. It's not the normal coilovers he uses or the normal springs, so I'm happy with it so far. We'll go drive it and see, but the ease of installation, spot on, and everything just went together good. So I think that's going to about do it. Well, I think that's about going to do it for this week. Since the neighbor stopped with his chainsaw, I guess we can end our video. You want to do the outro?
No. I can't do it again. Stop.
Okay. So, one more thing. Her and Victor Vasquez made some badass shirts for Sema. They are the thumbnail that you saw, and I'm going to put it right here. Like while I'm talking, you're looking at it. These are on our Square site. You can purchase them now. Every time you buy a shirt, it helps us out. We're not making a bunch of money off shirts like some of these guys. We're buying them as you order them. And she's getting them printed at a local print shop, and then she's pressing them on as you order them. She's pressing them on and shipping them out. We don't buy 1,000 shirts. We don't buy 1,000 prints. We don't have that kind of money. We make a couple bucks off of each shirt, and we appreciate y'all buying them and supporting us. And we try to put out some cool shirts. I like cool hot rod shop shirts, so we're trying to do that and build our brand and have cool shirts. So I appreciate her and Victor doing that, and I think you're gonna like the shirts. They're really cool. So do the outro. Stand by the truck. Do the outro.
Okay. I don't know. I forgot already.
Come on, we can't do this every week. They're gonna laugh at us.
They are good.
I know, but you're way prettier than me, so you have to do the outro. How did you forgot what to say?
I don't know what you say.
You say,
Like, comment, subscribe.
thanks for watching.
You're gonna hear all that in the background. So, no.
Scene. 3, 2, 1.
Action. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the notification, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yep. Later.